Those of you who know me well know me probably primarily as a musician, but I'm also the author of a book called Painted Black, A Guide to Gothic Homemaking. Now, as it happens, I wrote that book many years ago when I moved into this space, the Lair of Voltaire. Of course, at that time, this was just a big white box with an atrociously ugly linoleum floor. And I set about trying to redecorate it so it looked like the kind of lair that someone like myself or Orville would want to live in. And I documented that process in Painted Black. I drew upon my experience as a special effects filmmaker, as a stop-motion animator, to use antiquing techniques and things of that nature, prop making techniques, to do things like turn an ordinary sketchbook into a tome that looks like it was unearthed from Poe's grave, how to make candelabras out of wine bottles, in essence, how to turn normal... Oh, look at this ring. How ironic. It really is like a weird little skull book that I made. It just happened to be sitting on the floor of the lair. Now, eventually I moved out of here. I got married and I moved out, and this place turned into a storage unit. I used it for storage. I used it for housing all of my merchandise for my tours. And let me tell you, eventually, over the course of a few years, this place turned into... well, the best way it could be described was like a hurricane had hit a flea market during an episode of Hoarders. Yeah, it was really bad. But then I got divorced and I moved back in, and reclaiming this place from the disaster that it had turned into a living space where we would want to cohabitate. So sweet. Has been a real challenge. I documented some of the process on my Instagram page, putting up some ceiling tiles, putting in a new floor, and a couple of people suggested, why don't you write a sequel to Painted Black? But then it hit me. We have a tremendous opportunity here to do something even more exciting, and that is to create a web series. So I just went head first into doing this, and we've already started filming it. I have already started talking to sponsors. Alchemy Gothic, which is one of the biggest names in Gothic lifestyle jewelry and accessories, is on board as a sponsor. And when you see some of the furniture that I have secured for this place, you are absolutely going to flip. Why don't you just sit back and enjoy this little clip that we shot in an episode about looking for a Gothic chandelier. We are in the lighting district in Manhattan's Bowery, formerly home to flop houses, Charles Bukowski drunken antics, and some gang led by Daniel Day-Lewis. But now it is the lighting district. Can you believe it? 4 blocks of nothing but lighting stores. Hi. Great work. Good, right? Very well. That looks great.
All of these chandeliers reminded me of something, but I couldn't remember what. Oh, right.
There's such a sad love deep in your eyes, a kind of pale jewel, open and close within your eyes. I'll place the sky within your eyes.
We're going to help you find the spookiest Gothic furniture. We're going to show you how to paint the place, where to find the best taxidermy. I mean, I think we're going to really... I keep forgetting I'm sitting next to taxidermy. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I really think that this show is going to be so hilarious and yet informative. And I'm asking you, won't you join me in helping to fund it? On the Indiegogo page, you can select a variety of perks. Orville, who's usually pretty stiff and is not known to lift a finger, will write you a letter. He'll send you a postcard right here from our lair to your lair, and I might doodle in it as well when he's not looking. If you have a product that you think, or a service that would appeal to a Gothic audience and you want to have a lot of viewers see that product, sponsor an episode. We will show your product on the air. There's a perk called Hotline Bling, where if you would like some advice on your music career or your art career, or maybe you just want to shoot the breeze with me or have me play you a couple songs, I will Skype you and we can chat for a while on Skype. If you are a musician or a band and you'd like to have your music featured on the show, there's a perk for that as well. And of course, if you're just a high roller, you can sponsor the entire series.
Spooky high tea in the Lair? Orville, what's that?
We already have some amazing sponsors who have signed up behind the scenes. Alchemy Gothic, Salem Ceiling Tiles, makers of these incredibly ornate, beautiful Gothic ceiling tiles. Morning Bright, a bone artist from Australia. And honestly, I just think this is going to be such an entertaining, fascinating, macabre, and, if Orville has anything to do with, hilarious web series. So join us, and we will rule the web as father and son. Or, you know, as spooky goth dude who turns dorm rooms into lairs and some desiccated creep. I'm kidding, I love you, Orville. Join us, won't you? It's going to be a spooky, fun time.